The vast majority of black women I've encountered have been brusque and aggressive. Successful black men, they go and get themselves a white woman. A feminine, submissive white woman.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel once again. My name is Dumebilia. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about a man that had the audacity of the caucasity to come on TikTok and talk about black women.
Society has this really weird obsession with stripping the femininity away from black women.
Alright, look, I'm sure this is going to get me into trouble, but I want to hear everybody's opinion on this. And please understand, I realize I'm making this observation as a white dude. That's why I want to hear everybody else's opinion. So she says that society is stripping away the femininity of black women. However, throughout my life, I've met very few feminine black women. Like seriously, when I think about all the women I've encountered in my life, and I think specifically about the black ones, I can honestly say that there's only been one or two instances where they've been feminine. The vast majority of black women I've encountered have been brusque and aggressive. And even though a ton of them have been absolutely fucking gorgeous, they were significantly more masculine than they were feminine. In the way they acted, not the way they looked. So my question is, do you think it's society doing it? Or is it just the behaviors of black women in society today?
So this man actually felt the need to come on TikTok and tell us how black women are masculine, and it was actually a response to a video made by a black woman about how she was trolled for, in quote, looking masculine. I'm going to play that one, but this man had a lot to say, talking about how it's not the society that makes black women look masculine, that black women are actually masculine in the way they carried themselves and the way they acted and all of that. He actually went ahead to say that he had only met about maybe 2 black women that weren't masculine in his entire life. Although he said he might have been talking from the perspective of a white man, so maybe they acted that way specifically to him. I think that's like a safe disclaimer that he put out there. But he didn't mind words in talking about how he felt black women were masculine. So before I play people's responses to him on TikTok, I'm going to play the specific video by the black woman that he made that response to, that was talking about her experience.
This random guy on Twitter decided to take this picture of me, put this filter on top of my face to make me look like a man, and then use me in a side-by-side comparison with Kylie Jenner, basically saying that white women are the beauty standard and black girls will never be as pretty as them because we're manly, and they're all in the comments laughing and calling me a gorilla. Society has this really weird obsession with stripping the femininity away from black women. They do this with Megan Thee Stallion, Michelle Obama, Serena Williams. We're constantly getting compared to men. We don't get to be soft and feminine and dainty. We're mean, we're aggressive, we're loud, we're violent. It's so weird. And this is what I'm talking about when I say that the misogyny that white women face is nothing compared to black women's. And I can't even express how this actually makes me feel, or else I'll be the angry black woman. I'm going to be the one who's making everything about race. I'm going to be the one who's reaching.
I can't believe we're still having this conversation. You see that beautiful black girl? Beautiful black girl coming out to say that. It just breaks my heart, because, and one thing that I know is, you see those men that say they have a preference for women that are not black, I can bet my last 2 cents I was one of those kind of men that went to the extent of doing this. Like, how much time does a person have that you go get a person's picture off the internet, put a filter on it to alter the way they look, make them appear more masculine, go on Twitter, have the time to put the picture of this woman that you have altered side to side with a picture of a white woman who has been appropriating black aesthetics, black fishing, who is actually popular, she and her family. Kylie Jenner and her family are actually popular for that, right? They are known to, you know, alter the way they look through Photoshop, through body enhancements, BBLs, all of that. They are known to alter the way they look to fit the black woman's aesthetic, to fit the natural features that black women have. The fuller lips, the bigger hips, the bigger bum, and all of that. And then you take a naturally black, beautiful woman that is already blessed with this, try to make her look ugly or masculine, and put it side by side with this woman, and then you're now telling us how this one is more beautiful and more feminine and more this and more that, how this one is a standard of beauty, as opposed to the person who is actually the prototype of who they are trying to look like. It does not make sense to me. Like, really? And then to think that this man who has started the video with his clip, actually, now decided to come out to justify why he thinks black women are actually masculine. And he's not even talking about in terms of the looks now, which was the context in which that person who did the whole comparison between Kylie Jenner and this woman was speaking on. He was now talking about the attitude, the way they carry themselves and all of that. Like, obviously he had been waiting for an opportunity to speak about black women, and he got that opportunity. And of course people had responses for him. But before I play the responses he got for making that video bashing black women and how they are masculine, I'm going to play one or two responses that the young lady got over her video, talking about how they were comparing a masculinized picture of her with Kylie Jenner.
And then use me in a side-by-side comparison with Kylie Jenner, basically saying that white women are the beauty standard.
First off, please go watch her whole video. Secondly, this is exactly why I do what I do on TikTok. I try and explain to people all the time, black women are not manly, black women are not aggressive, black women are not angry. They are just as sensitive and in need of emotional support and protection just as much as all the other women. And as far as them portraying that white women are the beauty standard, come on now.
Jenner basically saying that white women are the beauty standard and black girls will never be as pretty as them because we're...
First off, on behalf of everybody, I'm so sorry. Let it be said that there's a reason he had to put a filter on top of you in the first place, because there's no way in hell anybody would agree that you are ugly in any sort of fraction of the word. I have a tremendous amount of respect for black women just based on the fact that y'all have not popped off on motherfuckers about shit like this already, because I'd be in jail. If black women aren't the definition of beauty, why y'all trying to make your lips bigger? Why are you trying to make your hair curly? Why are you trying to make your ass bigger? See, the world knows that black women are beautiful. It just does not want to give black women that power, because knowing you're beautiful is a different power, isn't it? But it's long been time for people to go to bat for black women. So I just saw one of my black friends talking about this. She literally got called a gorilla by a dude. Like, why? Why are we still at this point? I'm ready to see white people be angry about this shit.
Put this filter on top of my face to make me look like a man, and then use me in a side-by-side comparison with
This Kylie Jenner? You mean this Kylie Jenner, right? Like this who we talking about? Isn't this the same woman who paid thousands of dollars to have non-white features? This same girl multiple times for blackfishing. She's been trying to become a black woman, trying to pay for and emulate what she thinks a black woman is and looks like. And then here you have self-hating black men. Alter your body and get surgery, that's fine. Do you. No one is saying that you can't do that. But it's crazy to me that these men get on here and demonize black women for the natural features that these white women are paying thousands of dollars to have. And they're still seen as the beauty standard.
Why is it so easy to make these jokes about black women? Well, if you're really wondering, I'm going to give you a little history, sociology, and pop culture all in one. Tropes of the strong black woman, the angry black woman, and the black superwoman are all three offshoots of Jim Crow era stereotypes, such as the sassy black mammy, the sapphire, and the Jezebel, all created with one goal in mind, to lessen the stature of black women. Truth of the matter is, black women are not afforded the same protection as our white and non-black counterparts, especially if those non-black counterparts are lighter and closer to simulating into whiteness. That all comes down to how we look. Yes, let me explain. I'm sure that Megan Thee Stallion, the H-Town hottie, at 5'11", she is tall, black, loud, uses vulgar lyrics, and doesn't mind showing a leg or two. Now, because of this, she is the exact antithesis of the image of femininity that white supremacy perpetuates. Small, thin, meek, quiet, modest, and white. Megan Thee Stallion was shot and lost her mother and grandmother all in the same year. Instead of showing her any sympathy, people on the internet called her a man. Yeah, a man. This is not the first time the internet has called a tall black woman a man. You guys are probably too young to remember, but when Ciara, yes, Russell's wife Ciara, hit the scene in 2004, there was a vicious, nasty online rumor that she was a male to female transgendered person. Nothing wrong with being transgendered, but she's not. She was born a woman. This is transphobia and misogynoir. I don't have time to talk about all the shit y'all talk about Lizzo just because she's fat and black. The truth of the matter is the hypermasculinization of black women has made it easy to make us the target of continued online harassment. And the truth is, people watching this, some people probably participate in that as well. A little tidbit, the hyperfeminization of both Asian women and men sits on the other side of that white supremacy coin, but it's not my place to talk about that. It's like the woman I stitch, black women are so often the butt of these jokes that I actually expected at this point. It's sad and that shouldn't be the case, but here we are.
basically saying that white women are the beauty standard and black girls will never be as pretty as them because we're manly and they're
The black woman is the original standard of beauty. She is the first human being. She's the first woman. She's the first person to walk this earth. Everything that everybody else does is like a copy from her. I want you to understand that. Let me tell you something. It's so weird how people want to be like, black girls are ugly. Black girls are ugly. Then why do you try so hard to be like them then? Why do you get all this surgery to get your bodies looking like black girls? Why do you try to get your hair done like black girls? Why do you get all these facial injections, get the full lips like a black girl? Why do you try to dance like them? Why do you try to talk like them? Why do you try to have an attitude like them then? If you want a person being the most beautiful one in the world is the black woman. Is the black woman. And all you other hoes just try to copy.
Society doing it? Or is it just the behaviors of black women in society today?
I'm so glad I ran across this. I want to answer your questions once and for all so you can stop with the fakeness. You want to know if black women are more masculine than you. That's what your real question is. Yes. Yes, we are. We are very much more masculine than you. If you would crack a book at some point in your life, you would learn that black people or people of color in general, and especially black women, have had to be a little bit more aggressive. We've had to be a little bit more of all the traits that you consider masculine. We've had to be a little bit more of those because of history, because of things that have happened to us, because of things that still would happen to us if we didn't use our voices and be a little bit more aggressive. And then lastly, I would like to say, what is your goal? Is there some logic behind these dumbass questions and videos that you post? Or is it just to incite black women for clout?
So that being said, you guys, I feel like I don't even need to say more. Black women are beautiful. Anybody who says that is just trolling. I think the most interesting video for me was that this man made another response to a comment someone left on his video where he was talking about how black women are masculine. He made another response and that one just really ticked me off. You guys, I know it's a lot. It's like a 3-in-1 kind of video, but I just had to combine it all into one video because it's basically a response to a response of a response. So let me play his final response and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Why don't you mind the problems of white women?
And what problem would that be? Dealing with all the attention they get from successful white and black men? And it ain't racist to point out the reality. Successful black men, they go and get themselves a white woman. A feminine, submissive white woman. One who wants to focus on taking care of her man. Not, as you said, get their bag. Because one thing is true for white and black men. Neither of us are turned on by you getting your bag. But that's fine. You go ahead and get yours. Make all the money you can and be set for life. You're going to need it. Because the type of men that are sticking around for women like that, yeah, they're going to need to be taken care of. They're going to need somebody to pay their living expenses. Because all the successful black men went and found themselves a white girl. But you go ahead and get your bag and pick from the ones that are left over. The ones the white girls threw back. Be mad if you want to. Doesn't change the reality one bit.
So you guys, before I even address what that man had to say, I had to play that specific video because it was duetted by a black man that was nodding and looking all serious like the man was making sense, like he's spitting facts. And I'm like, excuse me, you're a black man. Why would you even think he is making sense? Why would you duet that video in agreement to what he's saying? Like, are you guys saying this is like the problem I think we have in the black community? The fact that there are always some of us who, you know, come out and endorse all these things people are saying about black people. We don't appear as a united front. Anyway, that's just by design. I'm particularly offended by the fact that this man made it look like every black man who's successful, every black man who knows what's best for him wants to be with every other race of women aside black women. That a lot of these black men that are successful, that are ambitious, want white women. And if you check the statistics, I don't think that's true. Another thing that I did not like was the fact that he made it sound like black women being ambitious, getting the bag, going to school, they're getting that degree, they're getting the bag, they're hardworking. And then he makes it sound like a bad thing. And then he's like insinuating that the men those kind of women are going to end up with are the kind of men who are lazy, who are going to want to live off of them, the kind of black men that the white women threw back, like, oh, we don't want you, so you black women can have them. And that is so insulting. I'm going to play some reactions and then we'll come back and wrap up this video.
And it ain't racist to point out the reality.
If you a black person, stop scrolling. So y'all just not gonna say nothing? So this albino anaconda just slithered his way into black people's business, disrespected your mother, your sister, and your daughters, and your potential spouses, and you don't have nothing to say? That's basically the effect of all of y'all getting online and reiterating all of the stereotypical things that white supremacy says about black women. So now we have this white man on TikTok, big saying this shit with his chest. And nobody ain't gonna check him. I want to continue with the fact that, look at that man. Everything about that man tells me that he is very much pro-white. Now ask yourself, when the fuck did white men start advocating for white women to date black men? But he's online advocating for white women to date black men and using it as a negative to slight black women and gaslight us. You don't see a problem here? This white man decided to take up court in your neighborhood and tell you that the women in your life ain't shit because you've come online and treated us like we weren't shit. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Like, you're implying that there are no black couples who are successful or whatever, and that's just simply not true. Not all black men go after submissive white women, and I really wish white men would stop using white women to attack black women, especially on this app. Like, white women do a good enough job of being disgusting racists. They don't need white men's help. Anyway, here are some black power couples. You know, been together long and all that. Help build on things, you know. Yeah, keep going. This really isn't the gotcha moment that you really think it is.
So you guys, that's just enough said. I am so done with this topic. Please, I want to know what you guys think about everything that man had to say, and about the lady whose picture got altered and put on full blast on Twitter side by side with Kylie Jenner. I'll wrap up this video here. You guys let me know what you think. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.